So I am making a family favorite. My great-grandmother made them initially. They're squash flowers, and the way that she did them, I know a lot of people have had them. They take the whole flour and they stuff it and they batter it and fry it. She chopped them all up and mixed them into a batter and then deep fried them. So it's a little different. I'm in the midst of chopping them right now, and I'll show you what I do. So yeah, I'm horrible with determining sizes and stuff. I think that's, you know, I have visual issues, like spatial issues. That's probably a cup and a half to 2 cups of chopped up flowers. Now you can use any squash flowers. You don't have to just use zucchini. These are actually from sugar pumpkins, but they're the same. And you know when they're ready to come off, they just fall right off. That's when they're ready, because if you don't wait too long, they get kind of brown and yucky. And you know, like this one, but you know what? You're not going to be able to tell. It's not going to matter. It's going to be just as delicious. So I'm going to start adding eggs. I just added 4 large eggs. I'm just going to stir them up. Mix them in good. I don't really... I'm terrible with recipes. I am a old school kind of cook. You know, I get this information intuitively, so I just kind of make it look like it looks like it should. And honestly, with these sorts of recipes, this is very forgiving. You know, I'm going to add probably 1 more egg. All right, so I beat in the other egg, and now I'm giving a generous rounded teaspoon, maybe teaspoon and a half each of salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. I like mine really peppery and garlicky. Probably going to add more to this. You know, making it salty is also really good. They fry up really nice. See, I added another half a teaspoon. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'll start adding gluten-free flour. You can use any kind of flour you wish, but I need to use gluten-free. I'm going to use Pamela's. This is pretty good. It's kind of a 1-to-1 thing. And what I do is I just sprinkle some in and stir it. Sprinkle some in and stir it. I'll show you. So I probably put a 1/4 cup in. And I'm just going to stir it all in until it's well incorporated and there aren't any lumps. You don't want to bite into one of these and get a lump of flour. That's no fun. Stir that in, and probably add a little more. I like it to be a nice thick batter. Probably about another 1/4 cup. Stirring it in, stirring it in, stirring it in. Alright, so I'm going to use both hands to do this, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the final product should look like. The only thing that I do is right now I'm going to be packing this up. I'm not making these tonight. I'm going to make them tomorrow morning for breakfast. So one more ingredient that's essential is baking soda. I add probably about a teaspoon of that to this. But if you're going to put them in the fridge or you're going to freeze the batter and use it later, do not put the baking soda in until the very end. I will come back and I will show you when I make these tomorrow. Okay, day 2. Here's the baking soda. It kind of seems like a lot. That's a teaspoon. And I'll probably put like another half a teaspoon. I've got some bacon grease going in the pan right now. I'm going to add a little olive oil to that. You know, you're not supposed to really use olive oil at high temperatures, but I'm mixing it with the bacon grease, which is basically essentially bacon flavored lard, which is why it's going to be delicious, because this is breakfast. But the olive oil kind of cut it a little bit, and I think, you know, the bacon grease will stabilize the olive oil. Let's hope, fingers crossed. Okay, I got myself a big spoon. And I'm going to do 2 spoonfuls each. This is medium heat. And, you know, try not to make them too big or crowd them, which I do all the time, I'll admit. And they're kind of like pancakes. You just let them go until the edges look a little bit dried out and there's some, you know, bubbles forming. And then we flip them. I like to test them. I can't even tell you how long this is for on medium heat. You know, probably a couple minutes. What I do is I just look. I'm going to take this itty bitty one and see how it's that golden brown color. That's kind of the color you're going for. Maybe a little darker if you like. Totally up to you. As long as they're cooked all the way through, they're done. So they're flipped. And yes, there is a little bit of bacon crumbs on that, but still deliciousness. I remember the smell of these cooking. I can smell them from the street as my Nonna made them in the summer. It's the smell of summer. Hers were even more garlicky than mine.